A boy is born with a special gift that won't let him live a normal life, so he will spend his life looking for a way to change that. That's why today, the man without gravity. This story starts on a stormy night as a young woman named Natalia prepares to give birth. Her little one is born in perfect condition, with the only detail being that he starts to float as soon as he's born. When the grandmother sees this, she quickly takes the young woman and baby home without registering him. After that, the grandmother takes care to hide her grandson's gift from the old ladies who come to gossip at her house. First, she belts him to the crib and tells the ladies not to touch him because he's very delicate. Over time, she keeps him locked up, claiming his allergies prevent him from going outside. So, the years go by and little Oscar is now old enough to go to school. His mother helps him by making a vest with small weights so he won't float. But the grandmother still won't let the boy go out, fearing for his safety or that others might notice his power. Instead, she chooses to teach him to read and write herself. One day, when both women had left, Oscar was playing at being a superhero by the window while watching people pass by. He decides to go outside just as his mother and grandmother arrive and can't find him. Seeing only his vest, they start to worry. But Oscar just slipped and floated on the roof. After the incident, the grandmother nails all the windows shut so he won't repeat it. But Natalia is already tired of her son missing out on the world, so that night she takes him for a walk. As everything is fine, his mother continues taking him for walks in the village. But one day she leaves him alone outside a store, and that's when a girl named Agatha appears, and he bumps into her. She tells him that since he bumped into her, he has to help carry 2 bottles of water. At first, he's not sure if he should follow her because his mother told him not to wander off. But she's so persistent that he ends up helping her. On the way, they discuss how she dreamed of being a diva and he wanted a Batman backpack. The girl says her mother was very beautiful and that angels gave her the power to fly to the sky where they waited for her. Or so her grandmother told her. Children's innocence was wonderful, and for Oscar, it meant finding someone like him. They continue walking, but Oscar is already exhausted because besides carrying the bottles in his vest, he has the weights, and that's why he decides to take them out and leave them behind. After that, they arrive at Agatha's little house and he has to give her the water. The problem is, without the bottles, he can't stop floating. Oscar refuses to give them to her, but she takes them anyway. And obviously, he starts to float, although nothing happens because there was a ceiling right there that stops him. Though surprised, the girl quickly helps him by giving him a heavy backpack. It's not a Batman one, but it's nice too. She's eager to learn Oscar's power because it reminds her of superheroes, but he makes her promise to keep the secret. So after that, he can go back home, where his mother was waiting for him, very worried. But he's excited to tell her about his new friend, who also has a mother that flies, although not in the best way. Natalia asks if he told his new friend about his power. He says no, and then his grandmother arrives after searching for him. There, the boy's mother hides that Oscar went out with a friend and just says he got lost so she won't feel bad. After that, they remain friends, and the girl visits him often. One day, there's a costume party in the park, and the little girl looks for him so they can go together. This time, her grandmother joins her. She keeps talking with Natalia and tells her that her granddaughter likes Oscar because he can fly. For the old woman, it was just her little one's imagination. But for Oscar's mother, it was the worst thing that could happen because her son lied to her and it could endanger him. From that day, Agatha visits him, but his mother refuses, and the children never play together again. After a while, Agatha's grandmother takes her to tell Natalia that she wouldn't stop crying because she wanted to see Oscar. Natalia tells her they can't play because he's busy with homework. When they're leaving, Agatha tells her grandmother that's a lie because Oscar doesn't attend school. That makes the lady talk to people from the government who send 2 men to Oscar's house to see what was going on with him. There, the women convinced the men that Oscar wasn't attending school because his grandmother was worried about his health as a doctor said he had a rare disease. The men believe her on the condition that the next time they visit, he is attending school normally. That's why the women must accept they can't hide Oscar anymore. The issue is that when it's time to leave the child at school, His mother regrets it and decides he should stay home. But to avoid having problems again, they have to move to a house in the mountains. The years keep passing. Oscar is now a grown man, and now it's just him and his mother. Every day he either grabs his backpack or holds a book. He also appears to spend time helping another man learn to read, though the man doesn't seem to enjoy it.
You know what I like? The illustrated Bible.
After that, both men go to the bar where Oscar's mother works to watch the game. But right in the middle of the game, the antenna moves and they have to go up to the roof to fix it. He jokes about floating up, but his mother doesn't find it funny. The truth is, he's already tired of hiding his gift. On the way back home, he asks his mother if she thinks that if the world knew about his power, someone would want to write a book about him. It's his biggest dream, but his mother says people aren't as good as he thinks and warns him not to fantasize too much. That night on television, they show an ad about a new show that brings together men with extraordinary talents. He sees it as a chance to leave home and prove his power to the world. So he goes to the show, and his performance amazes everyone. This causes a man named David to become interested in him and try to exploit his innocence. Finds him. The manager launches his career, and he stars in major shows as the man without gravity. Although Oscar wanted his mother with him, David mocks him and says it wouldn't be worth it. Besides, the times he called Natalia, she seemed to disagree with everything he was doing, so he stopped calling her. A television report about a new museum full of fake items supposedly owned by the man without gravity makes their relationship even worse. They also claim Oscar's mother was terrible and ruined his life, not just his own actions. No matter how much he asks the show to apologize for what they said about his mother, David tells him that he can't change it. Since they've already been paid and signed a contract they have to fulfill. At one point, Oscar seems to be growing tired of his manager's assignments. But David gets him a deal to write a book about the man without gravity, and this excites Oscar. But they only want to write a book of lies about his life, making him even angrier with his manager. That's when David tries to apologize and invites Natalia to the city so she can be present at her son's next show. In his act, he just has to float and do somersaults, but he's already tired of having to follow the orders he's given. Halfway through the broadcast, he insults people, leading to his show's cancellation and ruining his career. But he no longer cares and asks his manager to fake his death for a normal life. Does it work? But it causes several reporters to torment his mother looking for information to make a show about him. Years go by like this, and his mother dies. Now he works as a manager at a love hotel, and to get back to a normal life, he started using a wheelchair so he wouldn't float. At his job, he gets along pretty well with the women who work in the building, and even helps them if they need to write or read. And even at Christmas, the women give him perfume and new clothes. How about that? What's going on? Is that some kind of hint? Afterward, he returns to work and waits for everyone to leave. But since someone remains, he checks on her to ensure everything is okay. She tells him everything is fine and he returns to his desk. Before he arrives, the woman follows him, and he's afraid she'll recognize him as the man without gravity. And before she can even say anything to him, he starts telling her that she has the wrong person. She interrupts him, and that's when the meeting he had awaited finally occurs. She reveals she is Agatha. The next day, they visit a cafe and discuss their lives and love. But when she asks him if he has ever been in love, he tells her that he fell in love only once and describes her. When she realizes he's talking about her, she interrupts and they go to Oscar's house. At first, she seems uncomfortable and doesn't like the idea that he's poor. But he puts on the television a recording they had watched as kids about a woman who was very famous for being beautiful. That's when they start dancing and have a good time together. The next day at the hotel, when she sees him again, their encounter is understandably awkward. When she finishes her work, she calls him to come to her room. And after that, they go out to enjoy the day, just like when they were kids. They spend time running around, go to the movies, and then dance. Agatha and Oscar's relationship keeps improving. She gives him a backpack again, just like she did when they were kids. And he, to thank her, gives her a ring with a gemstone that has the same name as the girl. It seems like they start dating and even become intimate. But Agatha still has to continue her work as an escort. even though it's hard for her to keep working when she knows Oscar is in love with her. She dislikes the thought of being poor again and will vent her frustration on Oscar by telling him he shouldn't have been hopeful because a woman like her and a man like him have no future together. And that hurts Oscar and makes them drift apart once again. After the fight, he goes back to his old house in the town where he grew up. His home is completely abandoned, and every corner of the place reminds him of the two women who raised him. Just then, Agatha arrives with the old pink backpack to ask for his forgiveness. Anyway, the years go by and they both have a nice relationship in that old house. They eagerly await their baby's arrival. Everything is going well now, and he uses his gift in his window cleaning job. He also wears a Batman suit to surprise the elderly at the nursing home where he works. And now, finally, Oscar found a way to live free and happy. That was the man. Don't forget to like the video, comment about which other movies you want to see on the channel, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos.